nice place, 4 bedrooms, 3 bath, 300,000. It's a nice place.
That's a little high.
Do you want to check it out first?
Sure. Yeah, I hope you don't mind. I'm only shooting for my business partner.
I mean, I guess that's fine, man. I mean, kitchen's super spacious. Everything works. How's the hot and cold water?
Oh my God.
Nice and cool.
It needs a lot of work.
I think it's nice, but, you know, we can work something out.
So when's this house going to be available?
At least 3 months.
See, I need a house right now.
Alright, just give me 1 second, okay?
Oh my.
You can move in today. It's actually 3 months plus 3 months, so it'd be 6 months. So you think this is going to work out?
Yeah, but I need it now. This 6 months is not going to work out.
Do you think there's anything I can do?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe they could be out in like 3 months and you can suck my cock.
Whoa, what?
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
I'm
realistic.
Oh
be out
my
in 3
God.
months and you can take this money.
Are you sure? Are you kidding?
No, I'm not kidding at all.
What's up, bitches? It's Messy Mark, the messiest bitch on YouTube, and today I am coming at you with a story time. Guys, I wanted to actually do this story time like before, but you guys are always on my ass about receipts, and I didn't have the receipts. I kind of talked about it in my live, but somebody actually, one of my followers actually sent the video to me through DMs, and I just want to make a light story time because there's a lot of crazy shit that's going on with my channel right now. I'm still really upset about it, but I'm gonna try to pump out a story time, just always pump out content to you guys. And yeah, so anyway, this is a story about the time I did porn. It's a little hard to say. When I'm on live with you guys, it's kind of like a kiki, like I just feel like I'm chit-chatting with the girls, but like when I'm on YouTube, like I kind of like know who watches my videos, so it's kind of hard to like open up, but I'm really just gonna try to have fun with it and just I'm like nervous. But yeah, guys, I did do porn. I wouldn't consider myself a porn star by any means, and yeah, let me just run you through my story. So let me just start off by saying I've always loved making money, doing anything, right? So I find this ad on Craigslist. My friend actually sends it to me. And it's basically looking for gay models, aka gay porn stars. Like, we know the drill. Like, we know a porn star ad when we see one, and it's something that I was talking about for a little bit. Sometimes, like when you're an escort, sometimes your career can like lead you to porn, and I'm not that confident. Like, I know I'm not like too busted or anything, but I'm definitely not as good looking as some of the people on porn. So I was kind of like always nervous about that, and I like sex. I like passionate stuff. I like connecting with guys. It's way more of a turn on than just like pounding out. So I didn't know if I would get the camera shy, because I actually am a super shy person. Believe it or not, like if everyone was sitting in front of me and like I had to do this story time, like I would probably have a panic attack and like lock myself in the bathroom. But right now it's just an iPhone that I have sitting on top of a suitcase held up by a toothbrush holder. So guys, I'm just gonna spill the tea and let you guys know about the time I did porn. So let me just start off by saying that I met this guy Mikey. He was a heavy set guy, and he was straight, and I met him through the ad, right? So I responded to the ad. He immediately hit me up and he was like, you have the look, I want to get to know you, like you have the stats, like you have everything that is needed to be a gay porn star. And he was running me through the money. And when you do gay porn, you make a little bit more money than straight porn, but obviously like I would never do straight porn. I don't think I could. But he was going through numbers with me, and he was like, look, listen, like we can bang out like shoot after shoot after shoot, and you can make like $3,000–4,000 a week. And at the time, I was living in a small studio apartment with one of my close girlfriends, and I was like, this is honestly, like, I'm just gonna have to like suck it up and just do it, like, and who knows, like, I'm just gonna do it like 3–4 times, and like I might like it, and but let's make this money. So he came over, we talked for a couple hours just about business, himself, what he wanted out of everything, myself, what I wanted out of everything, like my likes, my dislikes, like what I was comfortable with, what I wasn't comfortable with. And of course, like I said, like I was down for anything because I was drinking that night, and I was like, oh, I had no problem getting in front of a camera, like I'm not shy. And he was like, okay, perfect, like we can get you on solo scenes, they only pay like a couple $100. And I'm like, no, like you can put me in any scene, like I don't give a shit. So he's like, okay, awesome. And then he told me that he was getting like 15 or 20%. He was getting a cut, right? So that's kind of like why he was putting so much effort into me. So think about it, guys. If like I'm making like $4,000 a week and he's getting 15-20%, like I don't know, like one of you guys out there, one of you guys do the math, but that's like hundreds of dollars just for setting up like the gig. So I agreed, and we booked a shoot. And the first time I actually had a huge panic attack. Like I could not sleep, I was throwing up, I was vomiting. He showed up at my door and was like, what is going on? And it was like an hour past, and I was like, I really just don't think I can do it. He talked me into it, and he was like, come on, it's not that bad. He's like, everyone's nice. So I'm like, fuck. I'm like, okay, so I get in the shower, I get ready, put on an outfit, and I couldn't find my driver's license, and he was like, listen, it's just not gonna work if you don't have a driver's license. He thought I hid it on purpose because I was trying to get out of it. But I think I actually wasn't, but I think that was just the universe telling me like, listen, like it's not your time yet. So I'm like, whatever. So 3 weeks later, he hits me up. We kind of left like on a bad note. He hits me up and he's like, hey, I can get this for you this date, this for you that date, this for you that date. It's this, and this price. Like, do you want to do it? And as like the time in between like the first initial one I was going to do till then, I was watching like documentaries about gay porn stars, and I was escorting at the time, and I thought that was like the next step in my career. Like I thought like escorting was almost like a gateway, but let me just tell you that escorting is completely different from being in front of like a whole camera crew, producers, other models. Yeah, there's a lot of pressure on you. There's a lot of people looking at you, and it's honestly, it's really fucking, it's scary, and I get anxiety and stuff like that. So anyway, I say fuck it, like book it. So I think it was like $700. So I drive all the way to Fort Lauderdale, from Miami to Fort Lauderdale. Boom, it's like an hour. I didn't eat for like 3 days, like anything. Like I just ate popsicles and like cherries and berries, just trying to like slim down my stomach because they wanted like abs. So I'm like, okay, I can make abs in 3 days. Like I just won't eat anything and just do some sit-ups, and like boom, like you see abs. Like it's like not that hard for me because like I'm already pretty skinny. So anyway, so I get there, right? And I'm the first one there. I'm like 10 minutes early. Then my manager, booking agent comes. I don't even know what his title was. Like booking agent, I guess you would say. So I get there, and it's like me and him, and we're talking about how good the model was, how it's his good friend, how nice he is. So the model shows up, sits in it, like gets in his car, leans back, puts a blanket over his face, and like goes to sleep, and he's like, knock on my door when you guys are ready. And I'm like, fucking diva, like I'm over here fucking talking to everybody. He was like the third person to show up, but like the camera crew came a little bit late, like the light crew, like the producer came like in a really nice car, or like the owner of the actual porn site came, or like the company Miami Hardcore Productions, he came, he had like a yellow sports car, he came. And I'm over here talking to everyone. I'm trying to be as nice as I possibly can. I was smoking back then. Guys, I quit smoking now. But after every cigarette, like I would brush my teeth and put like mouthwash in and chew gum just so I didn't smell bad. Like I was trying to be a really good porn star. But anyway, I was so nervous. I'm actually nervous even talking about it because it's really taking me back. I already fucked up twice making this video. So every time I make it, I feel a little bit more comfortable. So anyway, so we get in there, right? So it's this girl, it's her house, right? She has kids, she has pit bulls. It's kind of like in the, not in like the best neighborhood, but anyway, she was super nice. Like she had her whole body done. She looked like Black China, like huge fake tits, like a huge fake ass, like liposuction on the waist, like long ass like hair. And I was like, work, like you better, like yes, like clock it. Like she was killing it. So she was really nice. Like she gave me water. They were probably gonna give her like a couple $100 for us to shoot in her house. And the whole plot behind it, which is really funny, and I didn't think of it before, that I would even have one of these, is I was like the realtor trying to sell a house to a client, like a potential buyer, and we just couldn't come on an agreement, so we had to have sex to close the deal. So I'm like, okay, funny as shit. So they're walking me through what to say like a million times. We didn't start filming until like 2 or 3 in the afternoon, so I was hungry as shit. I just wanted to go. And so we start filming, so I'm like, it's taking us a bunch of times to get it right. Like, I'm fucking up, he's fucking up, the camera guy's fucking up, everyone was just fucking up. Like, everything was going wrong. So, oh, and let me just say that I was the only gay one. Like, my manager was straight. The other actor was straight. But I heard stories about the other actor on set, and he was not straight, but he was trying to act straight. And they were both friends with the whole production crew. Like, the production crew was like 5 guys deep. Like, and they were all like straight, like young, like attractive guys. So I was like nervous. Like, I was like, what if I like shit on the dick? Like, what if something happens? What if I fart? What if like I do something wrong? Like, all these thoughts. Like, I'm like, what if I faint because I'm so hungry? Like, but at the same time, I'm like, okay, Mark, like, you got this. And I was just trying to have fun with it. So they pull me into a different room. I'm doing like an interview, just kind of talking. And they're like, how old are you? Like, you know, just like asking me all sorts of questions for like B-roll of the actual movie. So it's like all these like lightings. I felt like I was like on a confessional of like one of like those reality TV shows. Like, I was living for it. Like, I was like, this is cool. And so we start filming, and I'm showing him like this house, and the house was kind of shitty. So I'm like, it's brand new, it has this many square feet, like, look how nice the floor is, look how nice the walls are, look how nice the kitchen is, like, look how nice the pool is. And it was so funny with the pool because it was just like rainwater, and like I didn't know what to say because they were like trying to sell the house. So I'm like, what am I gonna say about this? So the pool was like halfway filled, and I had like green shit all around it. I'm like, the pool is so nice, and this guy's like, what the fuck? And the camera crew was like kind of laughing, but it was funny. So it takes us like a couple of hours to like film like the whole like leading up to the actual sex. So when the sex comes, I forget, it was like a cheesy line, and it was like, you know, like, how about you know, you suck my dick and we can maybe work out a deal. I'm like, okay. So I get down there and I start, and you had to do 3 scenes. Each scene needed a different position, and each position was it needed to be at least 7 minutes long. So it was fucking torture. It was not fun to have everyone standing looking at you, and the model wasn't into me at all. I saw his other videos. I like looked him up like after, and that's how he is in all of them, guys. It wasn't because I was so ugly. I mean, it probably was, but it wasn't because of anything that I was doing. He just he wasn't actually like a gay porn star. He was just, I don't know how to describe him. Like, he wasn't friendly. He was kind of agitated, like when I would mess up and we had to do something again, like, ugh. And I was like, dude, like, come on, like, you're here doing gay porn, like, your life has hit rock bottom if you're a straight man, like, don't be mad at me, like, be mad at yourself. So anyway, so we're doing like, so like we do the first position, and I'm like, okay, I want to tap out. And everyone's like, tap out? Like, you were riding him for like a minute. I was like, yeah, like, did we get it? And they're like, no, like, you have to do 3 positions, and you only did that for a minute, so you have to do it over again. And he was pissed. Oh, and the whole time he was holding up his phone, or somebody was holding up his phone for him, and I thought that they were taking like B-roll of me, like doing things to him, like just like a different like point of view, like a different angle. And what it turned out is like I kind of caught a glimpse of it, and he was like watching like straight porn like on his phone so he could stay hard. And I was like, ugh, this gig, like, this is such like a chicken shit gig, like, I'm so over this, like, god damn it. So we do the 3 scenes, and I'm like scene 2 is hard, like scene 3 I was sweating, like my hair was fucked up, like I had like twinkish blonde hair, like it was just all bad, like I was sweating, I had makeup on, my makeup was running off my face, I looked so fucking busted. And they're like, okay, great. And then the photographer who was there didn't take fucking pictures as we went. So when you guys watch porn, sometimes you'll see like there's like a snapshot of like each scene. So they needed like a couple of pictures per like scene. So I'm like, fuck. So we had to like go back and recreate all the positions, and I had to like model. And it was so bad, guys. When I say I wanted to die right then. And I was just channeling the money, and I was doing a countdown in my head, like 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, I'm like, this has to end at some point. Just like keep counting. And that was like my way to cope. And all these straight guys are looking at me, and while I'm getting pounded, I am looking at the guys, like, in the eyes. Like, I'm not looking at the camera like I'm supposed to. I'm like looking at the camera, man. Like, I'm not like looking at the wall, like in the distance. Like, I'm looking into someone's eyes as I'm getting pounded. and they would like kind of like look at me and like look away, like they didn't know what to do, and I just couldn't help it. I was like just like a deer in headlights. It was so bad, guys. So then we finally finish, and they're like, okay, so the ending is a cum shot. He's gonna do a cum shot on your face. Whatever you do, do not open your mouth, do not swallow. And I'm like, oh Jesus. So it takes him like a couple of minutes. He finally busts one like right on my face, and I was like doing the most, like rubbing his legs, like moaning. Like I don't know why I was moaning. Like there was nothing happening to me. I was just like on the floor, like waiting, you know. And he finally shoots a load on me, and then he immediately like rushes off to the bathroom, like right next door, like just like rushes off like to the bathroom. And I'm like, okay, so I'm just kind of sitting there, and like no one's telling me what to do. I think everyone was like kind of creeped out by me like on set, because I kept staring at everyone. So everyone's just like, okay, great. And I'm like sitting on the floor, and I'm like, okay, is that it? Like completely like butt ass naked, like there's hella lights everywhere. Like it was so bad. I was like having like such a shitty time. And they're like, someone's like, yeah, like dude, like bro, you're done. So I get up, and this is like a small place, right? Like this is like a 3-bedroom like house, but it's like not in a good area. It was small as shit. So I knew that there was one more bathroom. So I got up to like wipe everything off my face. So I got up, and I like weaved my way through, and I didn't like really realize like that there was all this fucking cum on my face. So I get up, and I start weaving my way through all these people, and they're like whoa, like bro, like they're like grabbing their shit and like trying to like move away from me and dodge me. And in my mind, I'm like well, fuck you, that like what's the big deal? So I go to the bathroom, right, and there literally is fucking cum in my fucking eye, my eyebrows. There's like a big thing on my hair, like leaking down, like on my mouth, my chest, my armpits, my fingers. Like I was covered. Like I've never seen someone shoot such a big load like on me, like Jesus fucking Christ. And so they were like freaked out about that. But I finally just got to the bathroom, I pulled myself together, and yeah, so when I got back, we were just kind of doing like small talk, like, you know, just kind of talking about the day. And they were like, listen, like you did all right, but if you ever do this again, just know that we're cool. Like you're normally gonna have to like suck like the producer's dick. You're normally gonna have to do crazy wild scenes. Like this was easy. This was just like missionary, like a couple of different ways. Like they're normally hard. Like sometimes like you'll have to do crazy fucking shit for this check. And I was like, you know, sorry if I was a problem. Like I'll do better. And they're like, no, like we don't mind, but we're just letting you know. And I was like, yeah. The manager, his name was Mikey. I'm like, yeah, Mikey. He was kind of mad at me like the first day because I kind of like had a panic attack and chickened out. And they're like, oh yeah, that's how he is. Like he fights people, like he's crazy, like don't get on his bad side. And we were just kind of having like a kiki, just like some sort of conversation other than porn. So I felt good about that. So the next day I had another scene, right? And I was going to top this kid, and I get there and it's like a warehouse, right? And I really couldn't find the place. So I called Mikey up, and I thought Mikey was going to be there. I'm like, hey, like where's this place? I didn't know it was like in a warehouse building. It was super sketchy. I thought like it was like just like in a house. And he was like, you know, actually it's like in a warehouse. And I'm like, oh, okay, I think I passed it. And then I do remember like some guys like standing outside of it. And he was like, oh, and just so you know, never talk about our relationship again to anybody else. I know we had some problems in the beginning and all this stuff. And he was like drilling me about like the do's and don'ts of porn. And I was just so nervous that day because I was nervous as shit. I was dizzy. I really didn't want to do it. Like the money was good the last time. And then I realized that he took out like $100 from my check for his like booking fee, and this time it was gonna be the same thing. And I'm like, do I really want to do this all day again today? Like, is this really what I want my life to be? And then I just had an epiphany, and I was like, listen, Mark, like you got your money, just figure out something else in life. Like this just isn't for you. So I immediately just drove past it again and just went boom. I just went home. I went to Target, spent a little money at Target, felt a little bit better about myself. And yeah, so I didn't go to that one. He blew me up and he was cussing me out. I just blocked him, never heard from him since, never heard from him again. So guys, I did just want to say that I was going to make this video earlier, but I didn't have the proof. So now I have the video, and I hope you guys like it. Yeah, so guys, just let me know down below. Have you guys ever done porn? Like, have you ever thought about doing porn? Do you think you would chicken out? Like, let me know down below. Like, let me know like your porn name, like let me know like some funny, like what type of porn do you guys like I don't know, like people love to be so taboo about porn. Like let's be open and honest. I want to be transparent with you guys. I know somebody is trying to expose me right now, and I've been really stressed about it, but I don't even want to talk about that now. I haven't really been eating, sleeping, anything like that. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to come at you guys with a little story time. And yeah, be sure to like, comment, subscribe to my channel. And if you don't want to do porn, don't do it. And if you're thinking about it, give it a try, give it a whirl. You never know where the porn industry might take you. All right, guys, peace out. Have a good night.